Welcome to Nichols Station. This historic home was built in the 1770s, and this was a station house, which is similar to a fort. This is a tremendous cabin. It's virtually 4,700 square feet, and probably 60% of it log. It's been beautifully restored with all new electricity, plumbing, heating, air conditioning, etc. We're offering this for sale for $250,000. Now, we shot a video on it when it was empty, when we first got it. Now it's staged with period authentic antiques, and we bought back the camera and the cameraman, our grandson, Brendan Cole, and he's gonna zoom through each room here, and we'll get some better pictures than we did before. You can see some of the authentic artifacts. And the price includes the artifacts, which this is a turnkey situation. It used to be a bed and breakfast. Lady was successful, and she ended up, her health deteriorated because she had cancer, so she retired. So anyway, it's up for sale, and it's got a lot of wonderful Kentucky history in here and artifacts. And some of the famous people who's been through these doorways have been Daniel Boone, Abraham Lincoln's father, Thomas Lincoln, John Hunt Morgan, Confederate raider, and at the end of the Civil War, Quantrell's men come through here. So this has been a fabulous landmark for in the county of Nelson. Well, that's Nelson County, and it's 3 miles out of historic Bardstown, Kentucky. Now, in this room, we did a theme of George Washington, and there's several oil paintings and original period prints and other things depicting General Washington. There's a big bust of him, and there's also a couple Daniel Boones in here. But Brendan's going to scour around with the camera so you can get a good look at some of the neat artifacts that are in here. All right, now we're in the actual tavern room, and this was a toll station in the 1830s, I understand. And when you come down Bloomfield Road here, the road runs from Bardstown to Bloomfield, this was a toll stop, and you could actually spend the night here, have some beverages, etc., socialize. So this is the tavern room, and that's what it's depicting. We have art in here from the Civil War era. We have General Custer up there on one wall, and his boss, Phil Sheridan, and we have an oil painting of him, and also a fabric print of him. And then we have a wonderful Iroquois Indian oil painting over on one wall. In Kentucky furniture, there's a wonderful corner cabinet from 1810, and then there's a secretary from Tennessee. Wonderful walnut secretary, and it's probably from the 1840s. So this is a neat little room, and of course this, should be a TV room or entertainment room. It's hardwood floors, and all these fireplaces you see with gas logs in them, they're all ventless and they all work. And the house is real toasty in the winter, and it's got central heat also beside the fireplaces, and it's got central air conditioning. And these old houses, when you get them warm, they're warm, and you get them cool, they're cool. So they're real sustainable. So this is a neat room, and again, the furniture goes with it. This is a turnkey operation. So, let Brendan Cole pan around here, and you can see all the different things in there. What we have here is the main hallway, which goes up to the second level. And this is all paneled cherry, wonderfully done, big open space. And you'll go upstairs and we got a theme going on in the hallway. Once you get to the top of the stairs, you see what it is. But it's a nice open space. And again, this is part of the original cabin. And so Brendan's gonna pan around and then we'll go upstairs. We're up at the top level of the staircasing system here in this two-story cabin. And on this landing here, we've got an American Indian theme going on. And as you can see, there's a wonderful lay glass window that's on the rear of the cabin, which is lovely and adds a lot of color and dimension to this hallway. And Native American artifacts depicting different areas of the country where the Native Americans live. So it's a pretty cool little landing here. You can actually there's a chair here and there's a secretary here. You can actually sit down and relax. And on each side, to the left and to the right, are master bedrooms on the second level. And we'll go to one of them next. All right, this is one of the bedrooms upstairs on the second level. This bedroom, there's so much man cave things going on in the log cabin, so we wanted to add a little feminine touch to this particular bedroom. So you have the gold frame oil paintings and lovely prints, and you have an 1850s to 60s bed, walnut bed with its a dresser, and also a tall cabinet, a 5-case cabinet there, which is all walnut, and these are of the period. And of course, this has the hardwood floors. And again, up here on the second level, you have central heat and central air. But it's a nice little area, and this room is probably approximately 18 by 18 or 20 to 27, that range there. But it's a nice size, and it's very spacious. And it's got windows on both sides, which is, you can look out through the front, or you can look out through the rear of the cabin. And I guess I should mention that it is sitting on 1.7 tenths of an acre. And you have the original barn in the back, which is Morrison tendon joints, which has standed the test of times. But this is a nice little space here, and again, adding a little bit of the ladies' touch to it, because this is rustic. All right, we're on again the second floor of the main cabin. This is the master bedroom, and we've done this in the Abraham Lincoln theme because you're in Kentucky. This has some wonderful oil paintings in it. It has a shoulder up painting of Lincoln, mid 1860s. We also have a 5-foot by 10-foot oil painting of the Gettysburg Address, the only known Lincoln painting of the Gettysburg Address. Then there's also a 3.5-foot by 6-foot tall Lincoln the Order, done about 1862. But this is a wonderful theme room, and it's got the big poster bed, and in one corner you can see the staircase, a door which leads to the upstairs. And of course the upstairs you have the central heat and air up there. You can walk around. It's a free span up there. So it's insulated, etc. It's a natural attic space. Then near that door, just adjacent to it on the left-hand side, is the door going into the master bathroom, which is a full bath on the second floor here. So I have Brendan pan around so you can get a good look at what we have up here. You're looking at the master bathroom upstairs that services the upstairs bedrooms. We've seen the front 2 bedrooms on the very front of the cabin. And now we come through the master bath, which you got an access through the Lincoln room. And now we're getting ready to go into the Lee room. And that's which way this door is. He's photographing from the Lee room. And he'll turn it around. So you got access to this bathroom from all 4 bathrooms, or all 4 bedrooms upstairs. So this is the main bath upstairs. All right, again, we're up in the upstairs of the cabin. And this is toward the rear of the house. This is the section of the house that's built in the 1840s. And we call this the General Lee room. And it has oil paintings of General Lee and other artifacts, a bust of General Lee. This is a nice sized bedroom, and you're looking up the servant's entrance, is what they would call it in the old days, from the dining room. You could come out of the dining room and up here and service who's ever up here on the 2nd floor. But again, you got exposed beams, exposed logs, very cozy room, big open area. This is probably an 18 by 18, 18 by 20. And it has a fireplace there. Now the mantle's been restored. When we bought it in the old video, there was nothing but brick here. We found the mantle pieces disassembled out in the barn, so my grandson and I, Brendan Cole, put them together over Thanksgiving holiday, and it turned out really great, because that's period 1830s, 1840s, and we put them back to where it belonged. But it's a lovely room, and real cozy again, and it of course has a closet off one side of the fireplace there, and you know, it's just, like I say, it's got a lot of charm to it. All right, we're on the final bedroom of the upstairs. We call this the loft room. And it's got a big open area that's been cut out so we can be in the dining room, the kitchen part of the dining room, and in the kitchen, and you can look up. So it's a nice open area. From the floor up, it's about 20-something foot. So it gives a big openness and where you're not claustrophobic. Most cabins are dark and confined, and this cabin is just really spacious. And it's in this upstairs, the railing was done in a rustic fashion. And in the corner we have a period 1810, 1820 rope bed with a trundle bed for the kids underneath of it, and a cherry dresser and end table. And there's some oil paintings. So, you know, this is the final room upstairs, and then we'll go down into the kitchen, because like I say, you see that open area there. And of course to the left is the main chimney, which downstairs has 2 fireplaces, which are ventless gas logs, which when you turn them on, it really gets it toasty in here. And it has the poplar floors here that are finished. So this is a really nice, this is one of my favorite rooms because it's so open. So Brandon, get some good shots for him, and we'll go to the next room. Okay, we had come downstairs, and to the right you can see the foot treads of the staircase that comes out of the loft room, which comes right down into the main kitchen. And Brandon's shooting across the kitchen itself, and it's a real spacious area. And it has the double sinks, and of course all new cabinetry. It was done in 2001. And again, I want to mention that all the new wiring was done in 2001 to code, and all the plumbing was done, everything new in 2001. And to the left, Brandon's going to pan around, you'll see the island there. You got a big copper hood, and you got the stove, and you got a baking stove in this column going from the floor to the ceiling. And it's done with the shake on it to give it a nice rustic look. The floors are brick. That's original to the house itself. And Brandon will get a shot of that, and I think he's doing that as we speak. And then we'll move over a little to the left, and you'll see the little breakfast area, which is next to a fireplace, that is, again, with gas logs and heated. Okay, here we're in the kitchen area, and I think Brendan's shooting the fireplace there, and which is they call it a center chimney, which has got a fireplace on each side. It's got one here in the kitchen side. We're getting ready to go into the living room as a formal living room. But here's a nice area for your kitchen where you can sit down and have breakfast. The door in the very back, right across from the dinette set, that leads to your laundry room, which I'm not going to photograph inside the laundry room. Laundry room's about 10, 12 foot long, about 6 foot wide, and it'll accommodate washers and dryers. It's got a sink out there with hot and cold water. So it's plenty of area, and then it also walks out into a patio. So it's real well thought out. And another thing I see is over to the right there, that door, is a wooden door there with beautiful fish hinges on them. And behind that is the water heater. This house has 2 water heaters which are digitalized, and you set your temperature and it maintains that particular heat and saves you energy. And so that's a nice aspect here. But again, you got period antiques hanging around. Really gives a lot of ambience to the room. And you know, in here there's a couple pieces that won't go, but 90% of stuff goes. We're on the far side of the dining room, and Brendan Coe's shooting right now is the master bath that services the downstairs. And it's spacious, and it's got exposed log wall on one side, done in a rustic fashion. Again, all new plumbing, and that takes care of the bathroom needs for downstairs. And of course, in this room you got some wonderful antiques, historic buffet there, and several other things. But it's a nice, spacious, for the period, it's pretty unique to have a formal room in the 1830s in a log cabin. All right, this is the sunroom off the main dining room. And right now you're looking at one of the outside walls of the log house, the back of the log house. This part was built somewhere, this little section, probably in the 1920s, 1930s. It's a nice little sunroom, and you can come out here and drink your coffee in the morning and look out over the fields. This particular room is done in a naval theme. We have good old Admiral Dewey down there in the corner, and a lovely oil painting of the Battle of Manila Bay in 1898, original period, and the original dressers, etc. But it's just a nice room. You come out here and read a book, enjoy yourself, get your thoughts together, and it's also very spacious. All right, this is the final room here in the house. This used to be the mudroom when you came in the back door. This is where you took your shoes off and your boots off. What we did with this is, I'm an old pilot, so I wanted to do an aviation theme, and my grandson's a big University of Kentucky nut, so we did the UK blue colors. I call them sky blue, but he calls them UK blue. But this is done in a aviation theme, Of course, the pictures here don't go, didn't quite go with a log cabin. They're my personal stuff, but the desk stays, and of course all the curtains, everything stays. But this is a nice office area. This room's it's 16 foot by about 14 foot, and it's right off the rear entrance to the house, and it's got a lot of windows in it, so you're not all confined. You got good lighting in it. Puts you in a good mood when you got a lot of light in a room. And of course, fresh carpet. We wanted to do this a little bit modern because this is where I spend a lot of time at. And this is I had a lot of fun doing it with my grandson. Again, we went with the aviation theme. And that pretty much concludes the I guess the little visit to the cabin. But again, it's a 4,700 square foot, and it's got a copper roof, which lasts a lifetime. It's been freshly painted on the outside, and it's well groomed. And we're getting ready to cut grass here. It's been raining day and night here, so the grounds are well maintained. Like I say again, 1.7 acres, 7/10 of an acre, and a wonderful barn, a very large barn and outbuilding. But it's just a great place if you're a history fanatic like I am. And it's close to hospitals and schools. You're only 3 miles from Bardstown. And that's 35 miles from Louisville, and that's about 60 miles from Lexington. All right, so enjoy the video and have a great day.